2026. Okay, remember that, 1999? Okay, anyway, it's a good news show with, of course, me, Mark Clark. We're excited about this new year. I'm excited because my favorite couple joins us on the show coming up. It's a good news show with Mark Clark. Stick around.
I'm Shalonda Stokes.
Anthony Jenkins, D-Rose, Radio Raheem Devon, Mayor Brandon Scott.
LaRon Finney,
Raina and Jamie Tyler from Love and Marriage DC.
The boy with the blue beard, DJ Tons.
Governor Wes Moore, and I'm here on the Good News Show with my guy, Mark Clark.
Only Lamar Jackson can bring the Colts back to Baltimore.
I love it.
Only Lamar Jackson.
And I grew up listening to Big Fat Morning Show.
Okay. Well, see that? Now that makes it, what I love about that makes it so Baltimore. Because you don't want me to call him a legend, but
Not a legend.
Quicksilver is in the building. Bill Bellamy in the building.
Come on, Mark.
Bill the Thrill Bellamy in the building. What? Welcome to the Good News Show with Mark Clark. And welcome to the Good News Show. Like I said, it's one of our new shows for the year. You guys, you know, I love you.
Hold you to that.
You guys, I mean, you host the show. You do a better job than me most of the time, and all for no money. That's what I love. But look, we got the Lancasters are in the building, and I wanted to, as I was driving, and I said, you know, we're going to start with Kay. We're going to start, because we know Larry. Larry's like Mark. It's like,
He's more famous than I am.
Yeah, I'm old.
so let's start for those who don't know.
Beyonce, that's Jay-Z.
Right. So for Kay, you know, who are you?
Who am I? That's a very
like that
interesting question.
For those who don't know, because I think some of the danger when I host this show, I kind of approach it like everybody knows. So people who don't know, aren't familiar with Kay, they just saw you, this beautiful young lady, pop up, and you just killing it. But tell us about you. Where you from?
Of course.
Who you with?
I am that I am. No, I am from Randallstown, Maryland. My husband always clowns me because everybody wants to say Baltimore. So I leave that for out of state.
Okay.
But since I'm home, I'm from Randallstown, Maryland. I'm a county girl that is just enjoys sharing my ministry with the world, the ministry of song. And I always call myself an entertainer even before a singer. I'm a really good singer. But I just love to entertain. Like when I'm on stage, I'm back in my room as a little 9-year-old girl, and I'm just like, have all of this imagination from just being an only child for many years. And that's just what I do. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, to this great man. I feel like we should be holding hands like a corny couple. Hey, and we love the Lord.
Yes.
So that's who I am. I just identify with just enjoying life with another fellow artist that coaches me in my entertainment, and I get so much from him just in life, being coached in life and to the stage.
And so, Kay, okay, I'm gonna jump in now because many know you, Larry Lancaster. You from here, been a comedian forever. I'm not gonna divulge your age, but the thing I do want to tap in on is that when you guys performed, was it last year at this time?
It was July.
In July, you guys did a show, and so Kay, what was great about it was, for those who did not know who you were, that is exactly who you were. We saw this talented artist doing her thing. You could see the little girl, but you weren't a little girl. You was a grown woman. You were sexy. You were funny. And it was like, wow, like these two really got it right. And here's the thing I'm going to say about Larry, because I know you're similar to me, because we know what's not going to happen is Larry Lancaster is not going to share the stage with a corny wife or with a wife who sucked, with a wife that sucks.
That is very
right?
true.
I mean, it's like, Larry and I are nice guys. We both happen to be married to talented women.
Yes.
But the reality, I think, is about us is that even though Larry's more coarse than I am, we ain't gonna have nobody that sucks around us
Yes.
as far as in our life, because But and so to be honest, when you were, this is like your kind of coming out party in a lot of ways.
Yes.
I was nervous because I was like, ooh, it's hard because here you are, you're sexy, you're funny, but we don't really know you like that necessarily. A lot of people in the audience,
right.
and a lot of there was some old skeletons in the audience.
Thanks for being discreet about it.
So there were some old bones in the audience, but as we watched you perform, you killed it, and that's hard to do, man. That's hard for. Again, we've seen veterans not kill it. Okay, we've seen, especially again, women. When you are sexy, sometimes it falls flat because women be hating, but the women loved you and they love you, and so it was just again. So Larry again.
I take all the credit.
He always says that too. He says from the day we started dating, and he saw me, in my element, which some time had passed before, he actually heard me sing and perform. But he always said, I'm glad that you don't suck. Because then, it would put me in an awkward situation.
You want to support
you want to support me.
You would have kicked you to the curb if you sucked.
But then it's like, you got to be like, nah, sit this one out, babe. Just.
So the best advice that he's given me that I've taken and just ran with, he says, as soon as you become yourself on stage, that's when you got it.
When the magic happens.
That's when the magic happens. And like, when he told me that, it was just like, oh, okay, it's really not that hard. When you just like, because when you take ego out of it, a lot of us get lost in like, oh, I gotta be this alter ego, I gotta become something that I'm not, in order to handle the stage. It's like, when you're just yourself on stage, whatever yourself is, it's like.
But see that's the secret. That's the gift, though, because like you say, a lot of people, because of their insecurities, because of whatever reason, they take some decades to become themselves finally. And so again, Larry, with this relationship, I think, when was the moment when you were like, aside from the romance and I like her, she's the one, from the talent standpoint, when was the moment when you were like, okay? And was there a moment when you saw that this young lady's special, talent-wise?
Well, there were many moments, but the main moment was when we were in Delaware at the casino.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes.
Playing blackjack?
No. I was on a show with our friend Marcus Mitchell. Shout out to Marcus Mitchell. Great saxophonist and businessman, showrunner. I was filling in for Tommy Davidson. He did this thing where he and Tommy Davidson did Jazz and Jokes.
Okay.
And it was at Bally's. I think it used to be Dover Downs. And so I was like, my wife can sing too. She was like, oh, really? So we'll put her up. So I'm hosting the show, and then he has her come out, and she came out on the stage, and it was like they came to see her. That's how she took over the stage. It wasn't showy, it wasn't like egotistical, it was just natural. Like I call her a natural resource. And so it was just, I was like, wow. And the band, you could tell. You ever see like a great quarterback?
Right.
It could be their rookie season. They could never have this moment before, but they come in and you can tell they're made for this moment, and the team gets behind them.
Yeah.
And they like, we're going to ride this guy to the championship. It was a moment like that.
And the musicians are like that.
Yeah.
They can tell like, oh, she got it.
And you can see the musicians like,
Yeah.
because they were like, yeah, finally we can play with somebody that we don't have to play down for or play over.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing moment, and that was one of the key moments where I was like, she's a star.
And so, again, my wife and I both in broadcasting, you guys are both in entertainment, and a lot of times, on one hand, I think it is a plus because the artists understand artists. We kind of understand the thinking. But one of the challenges is if you do have that competition thing, that ego thing, that kind of whatever. Now, I'm going to speak for Larry. I'm going to say Larry's long in the tooth. So a lot of those moments you met him when he was over that, you know.
right.
But as we know, some guys are never over it.
Yeah.
They almost like with their kids, with whatever, they just can never let it go and just enjoy. And so was that, you know, talk to us about you guys both being entertainers. How do you manage that? You know?
It's not even something that has to be managed. There's not an ounce of competition. It's like,
we really
it's so divine. It's so divine. It's so divine. Like it works for us. That competition has no space. You know, so it's like, I don't know. It's.
And
I
I
can't.
think a lot of times what people don't understand that competition in most cases breeds resentment. And so people try to use competition to motivate themselves. But for me, anytime you do something, you should do it well. That should be motivation enough. And the thing with us is that I want what's best for her, just like she wants what's best for me. So we root for each other. We're a team. So if she scored 30, fine. And I tell her all the time, like, yo, I'm ready to carry the bags. I'm ready to be Stedman Graham out this joint.
That's right.
And she can, you know, the spotlight can be hers, and I'm not competing with that. I have my time. I'm still active, but it's like you say, Mark, I'm over that. The ego thing is done. I'm blessed to be able to still be good at what I do and do it at a high level, but not be chasing anything.
He's great at what he does, and I call myself sometimes the female Larry.
I love it. I love that energy you guys have, and you know, and you're funny. I mean, and you know, when I was dating Allison, she would say things. You know, she's a news anchor, and so she wasn't the typical news anchor.
Right.
And so I found myself, I'd always be like laughing at her, and I say, "You're so funny." She's like, "Why do you keep saying that?" I think, Larry, you probably do the same thing because
absolutely
so funny.
She's probably the funniest person I know.
Yes.
And that's saying a lot.
And I think Larry and I are very similar, but I think you're right. You get caught off guard by the funny, the talent, the intellectual, all of it. You know, you guys are on social media and you've done some things. Both you guys have, but you've done some things that, you know, when you were a cat, I always tell you about that. Watching that, I was like, this person is a crazy person. But it just made me laugh inside, and like, it's just, you love it. And so,
and I'm literally on the couch minding my business.
Didn't know it was coming.
Like, it wasn't an act. And then next thing I know, she climbing up. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like a cat.
Yeah.
Like a cat.
So coming up, guys, we're going to hop into the marriage thing because people want to know the key to successful marriage. And you guys are doing it. And so, you know, again, the Lancasters joining us on the Good News Show with Mark Clark.
I'm Shalonda Stokes.
Anthony Jenkins, D-Rose, Radio Raheem Devon, Mayor Brandon Scott.
LaRon Finney, Raina and Jamie Tyler from Love and Marriage DC.
And the boy with the blue beard.
DJ Tons.
Governor Wes Moore, and I'm here on the Good News Show with my guy, Mark Clark.
Only Lamar Jackson can bring the Colts back to Baltimore.
I love it.
Only Lamar Jackson.
And I grew up listening to Big Fat Morning Show.
Okay. Well, see that, now that makes it, what I love about that makes it so Baltimore. Because you don't want me to call him a legend, but Quicksilver is in the building. Bill Bellamy in the building.
Come on, Mark.
Bill the Thrill Bellamy in the building. Boy.
Hi, my name is Jay Wendell Gordon, the Warrior Lawyer. I have an office downtown Baltimore City. I practice in the area of criminal defense, personal injury, civil rights, and medical malpractice. If you need a good attorney, get Gordon on the phone. Thank you.
I'm Donovan Murphy from Island Cuisine. You got it locked right here with a Good News Show. Of course, you're in tune with Mark Clark.
I'm Anthony Jenkins, president of Coppin State University, and you're watching The Good News Show with Mark Clark.
And welcome back to the Good News Show with Mark Clark. I am with the Lancasters, and I wanted to hop into marriage. You know, when people see a successful marriage, because marriage be getting dogged on social media. I don't know if I'm older than you guys, but and the advice they be giving, it has nothing to do with what marriage, right? In my opinion, marriage is a decision. It's a decision that we are going to be married. Every argument's not going to end. It's never a thing where when either one of us is leaving. We're here, right? We decided to do this, but you never hear that. That's never mentioned. They talk about finances. They talk about sex. They talk about all this stuff that after a while, I mean, I've been married 25 years. I mean, you know, I ain't checking them boxes. my wife, sadly, my wife is vulnerable. A checkbook and you know what I mean? And so, but that's not what motivates. So for you guys, what is your secret and what have been the challenges?
You want to go first? You want to go first?
You go first.
Well, the thing is, you have to master yourself. You have to do the work on yourself to even attract the certain type of person that will work for you. And then you guys have to work on yourselves together, individually and as a couple. We made a decision before we even got married. Like, look, we done and said things that in most situations, we would have been checked out. If we're still here, that means we ain't going nowhere. So we already made a decision, like, we done basically been through the worst. What else is there? So let's just not buckle down and continue this thing. And so when you kind of get that, the arguments become less frequent, they be less intense. And it's not that you don't argue at all, but the important part is the repair. When you argue, it's like, all right, we have said what we had to say. We still got to love each other through it. I still got to care about you. You still have to care about me. What are we eating? Let's just move on. And so those times where you can go through hours without speaking, days without, we don't do that. Because it's like, it's still a life to live. We still in this thing. We still got things to do. So the argument is really not that important.
Do you agree, Kay?
I agree, and I think just to piggyback on what my husband said, I really just learned to shut up. I felt it in my spirit to really say that, because you know, women, we are just so wired. Like, we gotta have a last word. We gotta and it's like, just being quiet is a big part of mastering yourself as a woman in a if you want a successful marriage.
Wow.
Even when you're right, even when you know, like, there have been moments when I'm like, listen, he gonna have to play catch up, because it's like, I see this, like, it's not going where it's like, but it's like, you really have to allow your partner that space to just, like, okay, realize it for themselves. Because if you even think about your life, when you really learn something, it really wasn't, most of the time, it wasn't because somebody told you, like, hey, 1 + 1 is 2. It's like, it's really like how they say experience is the best teacher. When you learn it for yourself, then you really have it for yourself. So it's like, and I'm about to start a segment on my little page where it's going to be like, girl, shut up. Like, I've had this idea, and like, you know, like, so it's like, and I just really want my sisters to know, like, you know, because we're alpha women. A lot of us, you know, like, a lot of sisters are like really alpha, and it's like, hey, you can still be powerful, but your silence has so much more power. And I ain't talking about the cold shoulder, like,
the manipulative silence.
You know, the manipulative silence, but it's just like, okay, baby.
And
give you some time
to add to that, I've learned to trust her intuition, because that's basically what she's talking about. As a man, we look at things differently from a logical perspective, from a realistic perspective, and that may be a weakness for her. But that's where I come in and I provide that strength and leadership. And then there are things where she may see that I don't see, and it's like, it's almost like she can predict the future, like, yo, based on this and this is, and I'm like, what? Because, you know, the signs may not be readily there, but that's where her intuition come in. I come to her and be like, babe, you was right. You know, and letting go the ego, and she does the same for me. When she be like, she'll go off on me, and I'll be like, I might have to talk to her like she's 6. And then she'll come back and be like,
he's right.
she'll be like, you're right. So it's that give and take, that push and pull. And actually what it does for us is it elevates us. And a lot of people, a lot of women think when you say, girl, shut up, they think just let a man do what he gonna do and don't say nothing. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about being weak. We're not talking about being a pushover. We're talking about submission. Like, and here's the thing about submission. If I'm tasked with providing, protecting, and all these other things, right? And this is where women don't take accountability. You chose this man.
Right.
You can't listen to him.
Right.
You don't respect his judgment. Why are you with him? If somebody broke in the house, he got to put his life between you and whoever come in that house. He's supposed to give up that kind of sacrifice, but you can't do what he asked you to do.
And you can't protect what you can't control.
Right. And that's another word that trigger people.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a pit bull on a leash. We're talking about sometimes a man's judgment can stop things before they happen. Like, babe, where we going? I don't think you should wear that tonight. I'm not wearing that underwear, and I was wearing this when you met me. All right, when somebody grab your right butt cheek, don't be expecting me to defend your honor. Then you looking at me like you just gonna let him grab my butt cheek. I told you before we left the house.
The right one.
Right.
But you know what's interesting? What's interesting is, so you got, and that's the thing I love about marriage. Everybody's formula is different. And basically, I think a lot of it's the same. It's just the language. Like, and so in our household, like submission never used. Even what you said, Larry. So, you know, you look at, you know, we're married 25 years. So the first half of the marriage, I was the high earner.
Right.
Have not been that since. So when you talk about provide, it's funny. I remember my daughter went to Japan, right? $5,000. I always remember that I don't have.
Right.
So it was funny. It was after the Big Fat Morning Show. So now these decisions, my daughter wants to go. I'm like in my mind, like, well, I ain't got it.
Right.
So she went, you know, and so a lot of the moves since 2008 have nothing to do with me financially providing. But like you say, what doesn't get talked about in these conversations is when my father-in-law had to move in with us after my mother-in-law's passing, and I walked away from a 6-figure job in New York to come home to take care of Dad, because that's what we had to do as a family.
Right.
And so it's not just financial.
Well, and provision is not just providing is not financial.
It's not financial. I think
it's a small part.
Exactly.
So it's a steadiness. It's leadership. It's
feeling secure. As a woman, I feel like wherever he is my home.
Yes.
And women, we need that base, that foundation. I feel like I can conquer the world. As long as like me and him are okay, everything is everything. It's like, this is my security.
And even now with Allison, to bring that point home, something that I had to adjust to because I was raised by a single woman who basically had to do everything herself.
Right.
So I remember early on when Allison would say, babe, tell me everything's going to be all right. And I remember the first time she said that in my mind, I was like, what? Because my mother, I saw my mom just have to do it.
Right.
So I was like, babe, everything's going to be all right.
Right.
So what I realized was that came from her trust in her father, who basically, you know, and so even now she'll say that, tell me everything's going to be all right, because I basically, like you said, I believe you.
Right.
You know, and so it's like, wow, what a responsibility that is to have, but that's what it's all about. But again, it doesn't get talked about on social media.
That rock, that solidness, that stillness, that stoicism.
Right.
And that has nothing to do with money.
Right. But we kind of never talk about that part of it.
That's intentional.
And
I think that the family structure is on attack. And one thing that I don't want to have this conversation without mentioning is that we put God first.
Right.
So I follow God, and that gives her confidence in following me.
So before we get out of here, guys, give us a piece of advice that we can have for the people who want to get married or who are married.
I would say follow God, let God order your steps. And I know a lot of people don't believe I'm not having that conversation with these people. You do it the way you feel and see how that works for you. But for us, I follow God, and that gives her confidence in following me. So this is right.
I just made that up.
Come on now.
We tried it on our own. It doesn't work.
Wow.
We need him.
The Lancasters. Coming up, I'm going to tell you about something special going on involving the ancestors, the Lancasters. Coming up on the Good News Show.
We're not
with
that
Mark
old,
Clark.
Mark. At least I'm not.
I'm Shalonda Stokes.
Anthony Jenkins.
D-Rose. Radio Raheem Devon. Mayor Brandon Scott.
LaRon Finney. Raina and Jamie Tyler from Love and Marriage DC.
The boy with the blue beard.
DJ Tons. Governor Wes Moore, and I'm here on the Good News Show with my guy, Mark Clark.
Only Lamar Jackson can bring the Colts back to Baltimore.
I love it.
Only Lamar Jackson.
And I grew up listening to Big Fat Morning Show.
Okay. Well, see that? Now that makes it, what I love about that makes it so Baltimore. Because you don't want me to call him a legend, but
Not a legend.
Quicksilver is in the building. Bill Bellamy in the building.
Come on, Mark.
Bill the Thrill Bellamy in the building. Boy.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a young child to grow into a responsible adult who can control their emotions?
If someone doesn't have the childcare, you don't have the workforce, because it really does affect everyone.
When I hear the words quality childcare, I immediately think of people that will provide the care, thought leadership, and knowledge needed to help them grow and thrive in an ever-changing world.
To support our childcare initiative, go to uwcm.org.
Hey, it's the Lancasters. I'm Lady Lancaster, aka K Lancaster.
And I'm Larry Lancaster, the boss of all this. Make sure you guys come check out Love, Laughs, and Lyrics happening at the Magoobies Joke House,
When?
February the 15th, baby
That's a
doll.
Sunday.
That's a Sunday, right? Listen, Valentine's Day weekend, we're going to have a great show for you guys. We got some comedy, we got some poetry, and we have the song stylings of Lady Lancaster with the Aaron Hill Trio. Okay? All right? You guys got to be there. You won't be disappointed. Trust me. Loves, Laughs, and Lyrics. See you there, baby. Peace.
This is Mayor Brandon Scott.
I'm Shalonda Stokes, President and CEO of Downtown Partnership of Baltimore, and I'm repping the Good News Show with Mark Clark.
What's going on, everybody? It's Governor Wes Moore, and I'm here on the Good News Show with my guy, Mark Clark.
The movers and the shakers.
There will be new music coming and a couple film projects that I'm very, very excited about that are coming up as well. So be on the lookout.
I'm Anthony Jenkins, president of Coppin State University, and you're watching The Good News Show with Mark Clark.
Kiki Cole is in the building.